The 2 triangle stitch was created by Dominique from scoobydoos.eu. He's the founder of his website. The stitch has a similar start as the brick, and it's also very similar to the quad stitch. Both the 2 triangle and the quad stitch have 2 strings on each side. A nice challenge after making a stitch is maybe to make a 3x3x3 triangle or a 4x4x4 triangle. I've never seen these stitches on the web, so you'll be the first. Okay, now for equipments, you need tape and 3 strings that are 1 meter long, which is about 3.2 feet. The tape will be used for the start of a stitch, and that way you won't need to hold the strings until it's time to pull them. So yeah, bring some tape to be a lot less messier that way. So I'll first show how to start, then I'll continue with 4 more stitches. I'll explain the first 2 stitches in detail, and then the other 2 will be briefly. I think showing 2 is more than enough, but I made another 2 just in case. And finally I'll make the end stitch, and that will be it. So let's begin. We start with 3 strings, 1 vertical on top of 2 horizontal. The center of all 3 strings should be as close to each other. To keep them in position, I put tape in 4 directions. The top green moves to the bottom left area, shaded in green, and the bottom green moves to the top area, shaded in green. Moving the top to the left and bottom to the right will affect the entire continuation, so be sure they are in these positions. I'll add now the last 2 tapes on both sides of a green string, and next I'll take the right blue string and weave it over and under the green strings to the left blue section. Next, weave the left blue over the left green and under the right green towards the right blue area. Repeat the same procedure for the yellow string. The right side of the yellow string goes over the right green and under the left green and to the yellow section on the left. Then weave the left side of the yellow string to the right yellow area over the left green and under the right green. Now that we have woven all the strings, it's time to move some of them to different locations. I'll take the right side of a yellow string, bring it on top of the other yellow, on top of a bottom blue, and underneath a loop of a top blue so it rests at the yellow area. Undo the left side of a yellow string, so move it back to the right yellow area. Take a string again, under the yellow, under the blue, and through the blue loop so it will stay temporarily in the yellow area. Take it once again and make it the final wave. So go over the top blue, under the bottom blue, over the right green and under the left green, so its final destination in the yellow area. Remove all the tape, and this is what it should look like before stretching. Now it's time to stretch the stitch. This is the part that you'll need to do it slowly, especially if you don't know how to make a quad or brick. So don't rush. And yeah, this is the only tip I can give. If I have any more tips, I'll put in the description. I'll just show the clip and we move on. What you should notice when you make the stitch, every string will go to its original position. So, okay, let's see. So we take first the 3 edges, the blue, the yellow, and the green. I'll take a green and then move it to the left side here. And then I'll take the blue, we'll go over the green, and then I'll take the yellow, and that will be over the blue and under the green. Next, I'll take the second green, and we should always remember that when you enter the frame, the triangle there, we'll go over, and when we go outside, we're gonna go under. So this green, we're gonna be over the blue and under the yellow. Next, I'll take the blue string, And again, we want to go over when we enter, and when you go outside, you're gonna go under. So over the yellow and under the left green. Because we went under the left green, the other green will be the opposite. So the right green will go over. Basically, it will be over, over, and then under. And then finally, the yellow string, that will go over, under, and by that we'll get a stitch. So I'll take the three border strings, this blue, this green, and this yellow, and I'll make a triangle stitch. So I'll take the green here, go here, and then take the blue over green, and then the yellow will be over the blue and under the green. So it forms this triangle. Okay, so next I'll take this green and I'll go over the blue, under the yellow to this section here. So it goes here and here. And make sure it's closer to this other green here. Okay, that. And next I'll take this blue. I'll go over the yellow, over the green, and under the second green here. Like that. Now all that's left is taking the last yellow and to go over the left green, under the middle green, over the left blue, and then under the right blue. So take the yellow, get over this green, under the second green, over the left blue again, and then go take it again and put it underneath here, in between the yellow and green loops, and then just pull it and you'll have it. So now all that's left is stretching the stitch. That is easy, and you'll move forward to the second stitch. Okay, so the second stitch will be the same as before. So every string will go to the same original position that you had before. So I'll take first the green and then move it to the left, and then take the yellow over the green, and then take the blue over the yellow under the green. And that will form the frame, the triangle frame. And then I'll take the green, and again, once we enter, we're gonna need to go over, and when we go out, we go under. So over the yellow and under the blue. Then I'll take the second blue, and again, we go over when you enter, so over the first green, the left green, and under the yellow. And because we went over with a left green, we're gonna do the opposite with a second green. So we're gonna go under with a second green. So that will be over, under, under. And finally, I'll take the yellow string, and obviously it should be over, under, and we'll get the stitch. So I'll do it with our orientation. We take this green, this blue, and this yellow, and it'll form a triangle. So firstly, I'll take the green, move it here, down, take the yellow, then over the green, and then take the blue, over the yellow and under the green. And next I'll take this green here, the middle green, this one. I'll get over the yellow and under the blue towards this section here, this. Okay. So making sure it's closer to this green. And then take the blue, we'll go over this green, the left green, under the middle green, and under this yellow. So over and under, under. Like this. Okay, make sure it's also closer to this blue. So try to drag it here. Finally, I'll take the yellow over the right blue, under the left blue, over the right green, and under the left green. So over, under, over, and then under here, in between this yellow and this blue. And I'll switch. I'll make 2 more stitches, make it quicker, and you'll see the motion of a stitch, how it goes. So I'll take the green again, making the triangle of these 3 strings. So green here, blue here, yellow over and under, and then so this, I'll take a green over a blue under the yellow, then see it's a little bit, they are connected, so I need to move it towards the left side. Okay, now it's now to be easier, so I'll take now this left, I'll go over under, so directly under here with green, and then see it's a little bit confusing, but you see that we only need to weave one last yellow, so, and we know that this one is on the left and the right here, the green here will be in the left side, so directly take this yellow string over and then under here, and then going over and then under the last blue, so you see in between this green loop and this yellow loop, and just take and you have a stitch. See, you should already start to make on your own, but I'll make 1 more stitch and continuing with 1 more stitch. So take this green, go here, take this yellow, go here, and then the blue over under, next I'll take this green, I'll go over the yellow, under the blue, like so. Next I'll take this blue string, I'll go over the left green, under the second green, and under this yellow here. So it will go like this. And next to we've final yellow. So I need just to play first with the strings. So we'll go over the right blue, under the left blue, over the right green, and under the left green. Like so. So again over this green and then under here, right for here. And that's it. So yeah, what I'll do now is I'll stretch and I'll speed it up a little bit again. I think 4 times is already enough. And we move on to the end stitch. To make the end stitch, I would like you to have first of all this kind of rotation. If you had the opposite rotation, just make one more stitch or undo one stitch. I'll take the stitch, so it's very similar to the quad stitch, finishing a quad or finishing the tornado. I'm gonna unstretch the stitch just to have some space so you can finish it up. Once I've done that, so after unstretching this stitch, take for example this blue string, I go past the same color, so around the blue loop there, and I'm going to go inside the stitch, and when we get towards the center, I'm going to go outside. So here's how it's going to go. So take this blue, around this blue loop here, same color of this string, so around this loop, and then go inside and outside at the center, right through here. And that's going to be the same idea with our strings. So I'll take this yellow, again I'm going to go around the yellow loop, so around here, and again towards the center, so finding it, and here it is. So let's have another 4 strings to do. So take this green, around the green loop, and inside, go outside when you reach the center. So taking this blue string, around the blue loop, through here, and finding the center. Okay, take this yellow, around the yellow loop here, and again center, and finding the last string. The last string is a little bit tricky. I'll need to take this green string, put it in between the green loop and the blue loop, and then outside for the center. So let's try it. So over here, in between these 2 loops, see, from here to here, and finding the center, where it is, and I made it. So this is the end stitch, and now just need to stretch a stitch, do it back and forth, try to take the strings, and maybe stretch every string individually, and yeah, that is it. So it's time for cutting the strings. I like usually to have at least 1 thumb in length on my strings. And yeah, that's the end. I'll show you the result, and that'll be it. See ya.